Welcome to Warriors Weekly, presented by Esurance. We hope you're enjoying the holidays, and on this week's show, we go behind the scenes to see what the Warriors are up to during part 2 of the holiday season of giving. We also catch up with Stephen Silas at his home in Alameda in our Warriors Profile. Now for a look at some of the recent action in last week's games, here's Warriors Rewind. A little mini 2-game road trip before the Warriors Christmas holiday continuing. November, December essentially on the road for a Warriors squad playing 7 players to 8 in short rotation, going to Memphis to take on a Grizzly team absolutely on fire after starting the season 1-8, and the Grizz looking for a 3-game winning streak. Early on, back and forth scoring with the Warriors on fire. 17 of 20 shooting, 85% from the field, all 5 starters scoring, and the Warriors would race out to a 38-32 lead. But the Grizzlies' superior size with Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol would dominate on the inside. Randolph 33 points, 18 rebounds. Gasol 22 points, 9 rebounds, primarily on the offensive glass, giving the Grizzlies extra opportunities. Monte Ellis, 5 fouls in the game, limited with 3 offensive fouls and a key call in the second quarter, giving the Grizzlies the opportunity to come from 6 down to take a 10-point lead at the half and limiting the Warriors to only 20 points. Monte would have 23 for the game. Warriors would be down 10 heading into the third quarter. Corey Maggette continues his fine play with 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, but not enough as Randolph was dominating on the inside. Marc Gasol also inside, and O.J. Mayo with 22 points in 41 minutes, primarily in the open floor and hitting open jumpers. The Warriors would get down 20 into the fourth quarter, but come racing back to pull to within 7. D-League call-up Chris Hunter, his best game as a Warrior, 14 points with 6 rebounds, 7-point game. Warriors right in it with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But missing jumper after jumper, the Warriors unable to string together anything offensively. Randolph owning the inside, and Memphis would hold off the Warriors. Another good game for Stephen Curry, 14 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, and a complete floor game. But the Grizzlies continue their fine play at home. They hold off the Warriors 121-108 on to New Orleans to complete the road trip. The Warriors finish off a brief 2-game pre-Christmas road trip in the Crescent City in New Orleans, taking on the Hornets. And what a matchup at the point guard spot between Stephen Curry and the perennial all-star Chris Paul. Early on, Paul would have the Hornets moving efficiently. The Hornets would out-rebound the Warriors dramatically, 52-38, and have a huge advantage in second-chance points. But Monte Ellis, playing all 48 minutes, would finish with 35 points, 5 assists, and 4 steals, and the Warriors right with the Hornets at the end of one, with down only 27-26. In the second quarter, Stephen Curry continues his fine play. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, matched up with the all-star Chris Paul, and the Warriors and Hornets going back and forth with neither team ever leading by double digits. Corey Maggette, his 6th straight solid game with 22 points and 10 rebounds, guarded David West, and even though the Warriors were undersized, they were down only 2 at the half. Moving into the third quarter, Peja Stojakovic would kick in with 13 points, and all 5 Hornet starters would finish in double figures. Stojakovic with 13, David West with 14, Okafor with 10, Devin Brown 11, and Chris Paul with 20. The Warriors would get good play from Anthony Randolph, who would finish with 8 blocks, a new career high, defending the paint, scoring in transition, playing the defense as the Warriors would not go away, essentially a 2-point game throughout. But in the final minute, it was Chris Paul driving on the final couple possessions and a step-back jumper over Stephen Curry. The Hornets hold off the Warriors 108-102 in the final game before the Christmas holiday. 19,550 packed Oracle the day after Christmas with the Suns in town, and the Suns and Warriors, 2 of the highest scoring teams in the NBA, did not disappoint. Early on, 36-35 at the end of one, as Monte Ellis continued his all-star level play with 33 points, offset by the ageless one in Steve Nash. 36 points, 6 made threes, 9 assists, and the game going back and forth extensively. Second quarter, not much different, as Monte Ellis would get help from Corey Maggette, who would finish with his 7th consecutive game over 20 points, 33 points on 13 of 17 shooting. But the way the Suns shot the 3, 14 made threes as a team, best shooting team in the NBA, and 6 different Phoenix Suns would make three-pointers in the ballgame. A one-point game at the half, 71-70, setting up a wild second half as the Warriors would put 6 players in double figures, all 5 starters, including Anthony Randolph, with 17 points on 6 of 7 shooting, and C.J. Watson with huge productivity off the bench, double digits with 14 points. For the Suns, though, Amare Stoudemire was bottled up because of the return of Rony Turioff. Turioff, back from injury, would play 15 minutes and limit Stoudemire to only 9 points. Former Warrior Jason Richardson would have 22 points, and Phoenix would edge out to the lead, with the Warriors always having a response to get back into the game. In the fourth quarter, though, Warrior defense, as they limited the Suns to 6 of 17 shooting and came up with 5 steals, forcing 8 Phoenix turnovers, limiting Phoenix to 19 points in the fourth quarter. Monte Ellis, Corey Maggette down the stretch, Anthony Morrow with big buckets on the baseline, and Stephen Curry, 13 points and 14 assists. The Warriors would shoot 57% as a team and go 32 of 37 from the foul line. In a game of wild scoring, it was the Warrior defense doing the job down the stretch. Maggette with the big plays at the very end, forcing a Steve Nash miss with C.J. Watson draped all over him. The Warriors end the losing streak. Huge home win in front of a huge crowd the day after Christmas. They win it in a wild one, 132-127 over Phoenix. Coming up next on Warriors Weekly, we go in the paint with the Warriors and check out a few events of our holiday season of giving.